In 1992, almost all the world's countries signed an international deal, the Climate Convention. By signing, they agreed to prevent dangerous climate change caused by man. In December 2009, these countries will meet in Copenhagen and discuss the progress made and try to reach a new deal on how to deal with climate change. This will probably include a long-term goal for climate change, emission reductions by 2020, and ways to implement and finance the initiatives needed to limit and adapt to climate change. Since the Industrial Revolution, when large-scale use of fossil fuels began, the globe has warmed 0.8 degrees Celsius. It's been proposed that a new climate deal should include the long-term goal that global warming shouldn't be more than 2 degrees Celsius higher than pre-industrial temperatures. One opinion is that by setting this goal, the consequences of global warming getting out of hand can be prevented. It's feared that if temperatures rise by more than 2 degrees, the negative impacts predicted by the UN Climate Panel will be too big. Some low-lying island states say that the risks of 2 degrees Celsius warming are already too high and that the goal should be set lower. Another opinion is that there are so many uncertainties about climate change that we should wait and see what actually happens before reacting. How urgently is a new climate deal needed? Supporters of urgent action claim that time is running out if global warming is to be kept below 2 degrees Celsius, and that CO2 emissions will have to be reduced very soon. Critics, however, prefer governments to wait for more scientific evidence and cheaper technologies before making strong commitments to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Whether or not one believes a new deal on climate change is needed urgently depends partly on one's trust in the scientific projections and partly on the risks one's willing to take. In Kyoto in 1997, a protocol was added to the Climate Convention. The Kyoto Protocol sets binding targets for developed countries' emissions of greenhouse gases. If a country exceeds its quota, the penalty includes an additional 30% reduction in emissions over the following 5 years. One opinion is that climate change risks are so serious that the penalties in a new climate deal should be more severe. Another opinion is that the existing Kyoto Protocol model is strict enough.